All right, breathe a sigh of relief, at least for an evening. Padres offensively come to life without Juan Soto, and they finally bust out in a big way. They'd scored 9 runs in the prior 6 games at Petco Park, and they win big tonight in Kansas City, kicking off this 3-game series against the Royals. 13-5 Padres. Home runs all over the board. Clutch hitting with men in scoring position. Hassan Kim, 5 RBIs. Will Myers, a triple shy of the cycle. I mean, pinch me. Unbelievable offensive performance for the Padres. We want to hear from you as you make your way into the chat here tonight. Please subscribe. Smash the like button for a Padres win. Those have been few and far between recently, but the Brewers lose and the Padres win. And all of a sudden, that third wild card, the Padres have 2.5 games of separation, which is exactly what they need, knowing that the schedule is going to be tough down the stretch. So smash the like button. Follow us on Twitter at John Schaefer, at Jim Russell SD. Please make sure to consider the super function. We're going to get to all of the supers here today. I know a super already rolled in before the show even started. Great way to support the channel. Click the dollar sign down below in the chat. We'll get to all of your supers. And if you want to become a member, you get the Jim Sucks emojis because Jim was like 15 seconds late tonight. Click the join button next to subscribe. You can get the Jim Sucks emoji as well. But Jim, they needed a night like this. There was some adversity too. I thought it was going to be a laugher. Joe Musgrove was not great. The potential tying run was at third in the 5th inning with the bases loaded. They were a base hit away. Kansas City was from taking a lead. They never scored again. Padres scored big, and they win the game.
Yeah, I mean, first inning, right away. Score 3 runs, 2 for 2 with runners in scoring position, and all with 2 outs. And you're like, yes. And they add on. You get home runs from Myers, Grisham, 6-0. You're like, let's fucking go. Then you get problems in the 4th inning. A couple errors, Manny, Zokar, and all of a sudden it's 6-5 and your bases are loaded with 2 outs and you're like, oh my God, here we go again. They finally, offensively do something. And then you're like, this is just the Padres' luck right now. Like, this is just the Padres' luck. Suarez came in, got out of a big jam, and the rest was history. They added on. Myers had a phenomenal game. You're welcome, by the way, because 2 days ago I said Myers is done. He comes back today and he goes, almost gets a cycle. Like, what? Hassan Kim had an amazing game at the top of the order. 5 RBIs, I believe, or no, 5 hits. Sorry,
no, 5 RBIs.
5 RBIs. Excuse me. I mean, revelation, Hassan Kim.
Revelation.
And it wasn't just one guy. It was the others tonight. The others stepped up in a big way. I don't care that they're playing the Royals. You just saw how bad they struggled versus the Marlins and the Nationals. Okay. Yeah. So to me, today was much needed. But it's all going to depend on what they do the rest of the series. They could lay an egg the rest of the series, and tonight would have been, whatever. They need to make sure this turns into a 2-game stretch, 3-game stretch, 4-game stretch, 4 out of 5, 5 out of 6, 6 out of 8, 7 out of 9, like that. You know what I mean? Like, it needs to continue going.
Oh yeah. No, I know what you mean. Let's get to some of these supers. Padres win big. Lots of really good storylines in here. You mentioned the offense. Jose Zokar, 4 hits in this game as well, batting out of that number 9 spot for the Padres. Eggy Rosario made his major league debut as well for the Padres in the 9th inning and flied out to right. Luis Campusano is now on the active roster as well. Jorge Alfaro on the IL. So let's get to him. Christopher, thank you for your membership. Thank you for the super. Greatly appreciated. Thank you guys for the supers. Thanks for hanging out. We're just getting started on this Friday night. Click that dollar sign down below. We'll interact with all the supers. Christopher says this: Timmy Hill, appreciation post, 1.57 ERA in his last 30 games. Started out pitching so poorly. Yes, he's been very good. Adrian Morejon has been very good. I thought the bullpen today was outstanding. Musgrove went 3 2/3 innings, and Kansas City did not score again. So the bullpen, haters had issues, no question, but the bullpen, other than Hader, I think has been pretty good.
Yeah, Tim Hill, appreciation, absolutely. He's been really good. Suarez getting out of that big bases loaded 2-out jam there in the 4th inning, I believe it was, 4th inning. Yeah. And then you really didn't need to count much on the bullpen after that because they kept adding on and adding on and adding on. Morejon did a nice job out of the pen. Musgrove been inconsistent. But again, I still, I still just don't worry about him.
I kind of do.
There's a little worry there. You're right. There's a little worry. But
yeah,
I do
I'm
feel
not
like he
over.
can.
I'm not going crazy, but home runs in
No.
7 consecutive outings, 11 home runs in his last 11 starts, ERA over 4.5 in his last 11 starts. I mean, he's been okay recently. He hasn't been a failure like when Sean Manaea fell off the cliff, but you hope he can reclaim it in September. He's going to be pitching in some pretty big games, you would think. A couple of starts probably against the Dodgers, maybe one against the Cardinals, pitching in Colorado. Like, those are big opportunities.
Yeah, you hope it's just an August thing,
Yeah.
Hopefully it's just an August thing and you can turn around September.
It's kind of since that trade deadline. Jared, thank you for the super and your membership, and thank you for being a mod here with us as well on the wrap-up show. Thank you, guys. Please subscribe as you make your way in. If you're a Padres fan, you got to subscribe for us. Padres win big. They've got a 2.5-game lead over that final wild card right now. I mean, Jared, we were just alluding to this and talking about it. What's up with Joe, though? Been kind of bleh. It's been since he appeared in the Major League Baseball All-Star game at Dodger Stadium. His numbers are not comparable or not the same as prior to the All-Star game this year. Is that because seasons are long and it happens with almost every pitcher over the course of a year? Then there was the contract situation, but that's been resolved now for the better part of the last month. Yeah, I don't know. I mean, in a game like this, Jim, with your ace take to a 6-0 lead against a really bad offense, I mean, you look at this lineup and it's not good. Mm-hmm. He should have performed better than this. And he really, he was done in by errors. I agree with you. He was done in a little bit, but he's got to be better than he was tonight.
Yeah. I mean, his last start, I think, was against the Nationals, right?
He had thrown it well. Last couple of starts, he was good.
He went 7, gave up 2. Right?
I'm not sure. I don't have in front of me 1 or 2. I don't know if it was 2 or 1.
It might have been 1 or 2. I don't know.
It wasn't more than, it definitely was not more than 2. I think it might have been 1.
Yeah.
All right.
But
Jared, thank you.
He's pitched okay, but yeah, not the Joe that we know.
Yeah, agreed. And can he capture it? Hopefully. I thought the first couple innings he was solid. Then there was that 2-out RBI hit from was it Salvador Perez, I think, in the 3rd inning.
Yeah.
And then just kind of snowballed there in the 4th. And he's not one of these guys that allows that to happen. Annie Halpern, we had on today on John and Jim, and she's like, one of his best qualities, she actually texted me after this during the game. She said one of his best qualities is he doesn't allow things to snowball. He doesn't, he gets out of jams. And tonight was one of those games where he couldn't get out of it for whatever reason. He's a guy that goes 6 innings almost always, and he went 3 2/3. That's very un-Joe-like.
But good on Bob Melvin taking him out when he did.
I think he kind of had to at that point. I was like, come on, like you got to go.
I mean,
maybe there's been other times he hasn't. Yeah.
There's not because Joe is the leader and he's the all-star, right? So maybe there could have been a situation where he's like, I'm gonna try to let him get through this, even if he gives up a couple runs because we still have a 6-0 lead.
Yeah, well, no, you're right,
6-3 or whatever. You know what I mean. So good on Bob Melvin making the switch when he did, and bringing in Suarez
6-5 with 2 on, right?
Yeah, because that's even though it's only the 4th inning. He could have brought in Chris Matt, right? He could have brought in Morejon, could have brought in Tim Hill. He brought in Suarez. Suarez is a late inning guy. He brought him in the 4th inning.
Because he realized he had to get out of that spot with a lead, and there was a hit batter, but then he did get out of it and preserve the lead. And you're right. I mean, if that game gets tied up there or a base hit and you go down, who knows if you ever win this game? I mean, there's a good chance you don't because they have not dealt with adversity well. I was worried how they would deal with it after it became a 6-5 game.
Right.
But they won. 619 Cam, thank you for the super and your membership. Thank you guys for hanging out. Thank you for the supers. You can click that $ down below. We'll get to all of them. Padres win big tonight over Kansas City. Glad to see some offense, but are we worried about Musgrove? So this is a theme tonight, Jim. I'm not getting too excited, and hopefully not the same story that we have seen. Are we being cautious with Soto? Thanks for the show, fellas. Thank you, Cam. So Soto shagged balls before the game, I believe hit in the cage or took BP, according to Kevin Acee. The Musgrove thing we've been talking about. And I'm with you, Cam. I'm not getting too excited. I need to see a repeat performance of this. And Jim, you mentioned it. It doesn't have to be a sweep. I hope it's a sweep. You'd love to see eventually this team run into a 3-game winning streak. But you have to find a way. You have Darvish on the mound tomorrow. Yu Darvish needs to beat whomever he's facing. A guy that's got a 4.6 and Yu's got like a 3.3. Like he's got Padres offense is better than the Royals offense. You need to win that game and win the series tomorrow.
Kind of like the series in Washington, right? First
Yeah,
game,
a little bit. You're right.
beat up on the National. Second game, Yu Darvish is pitching, and you're like,
had a 3-0 lead.
3-0 lead, tied up 3-3. The play at the plate, you end up losing 4-3.
That's right.
How about you go out tomorrow and score, I don't know, like 10 more runs again?
Man, that'd be nice.
Because tonight, what were they with runners in scoring position? I mean,
they had 8 for 13.
8 for 13, 8 for 12.
8 for 13.
8 for 13. And
Pretty
this
good.
has been their problem. In games that they've won since the trade deadline, they're amazing. They score like 9 runs a game. And the games they lose, they can't score anything. So if tomorrow they go 0 for 5 with runners in scoring position, in the series, they're 8 for 17 with runners. No, you need to back it up and continue to go 5 for 11 with runners in scoring positions, right? Or even 4 for 11. I'll take 4 for 11 with runners in scoring
definitely.
Position, you can't have one game where you go like tonight 8 for 13 or 8 for 12, and then the rest of the series you're 1 for 9 or 2 for 13.
No, you're right. 19 hits tonight for the Padres. 19 hits.
Needed that. They needed that, man.
I mean, they were dying at Petco. I mean, it felt like they had
nails on a chalkboard.
I mean, they couldn't score a run at home. It took everything. It took everything to score a run at home, and they bust out in a big way on a 90-degree night in Kansas City. Jake, thank you for your support and your super and your membership. We do appreciate everyone hanging out tonight, all the supers that are rolling in as the Padres win big over the Royals, 13-5. He says 13 effing runs, presumably, finally. Almost gave it up. Pen clutch. Yeah, I mean, again, I texted Jim when it was 6-5, maybe said this is going to be an awful – this would be a really bad loss.
The worst.
Maybe like to do in your season. Like, was your season on the line right there? If you lose a 6-0 lead in Kansas City, like, can you recover from that?
Doubt starts to really creep in your head. Like, this is not it.
Right. But they won.
Yeah.
Big.
I see a lot of people in the chat asking why I'm at home tonight.
Yeah, really? Did you guys get in a fight?
No. She's right over here. She's over here.
Sure she is.
She is. I'm looking at her right now. And I'm looking at Bentley right now. So, yeah.
Who's this Bentley guy? You guys have an interesting relationship.
Bentley's the dog, John. Bentley's the dog.
It is National Dog Day. How did Bentley like the dog treats?
Oh, he swallowed them?
Yeah.
Yeah. There were donuts, doggy donuts.
Doggy donuts, excuse me. Krispy Kreme.
No, it's not an open marriage, Dakota.
Just an open relationship.
Yeah, that.
Jorge, thank you for the super. He says, should Hader have closed the game tonight for us? Remember, he didn't pitch in that game in Miami with the large lead. Then they put him into like a one-run game with the tying run at second. That was a disaster. He threw well 2 days ago. I wouldn't have been opposed to seeing him there in the ninth inning. I guess maybe they don't want to waste him, so to speak. Maybe they'd rather use him in a little bit of a closer spot, like a 3 or 4 run game. I don't know.
Maybe. I don't know. But I think, when we talked about getting him in at least in a blowout game so he could get something back or at least get some confidence, they did that on Wednesday, getting blown out. So maybe, but I don't know. I don't know.
Yeah, I don't know what the plan is. I mean, is the plan to have him return to closer form soon? Is it, hey, take 2022 off because we've got back-end pieces that have been better than you and it's not close? I don't really know what the plan is. It'll be weird. It's just weird. Josh Hader is like pitching in 13-5 games.
I know.
What happened there? Hopefully that can be reclaimed sooner rather than later. Ryan, thank you. Says, how do you want Campusano used going forward? I mean, I'm not opposed to Campusano just, taking up Alfaro's at-bats. Alfaro was getting a lot of at-bats for this team before he was placed on the IL. He's probably getting at-bats in, 60% of games, a DH and catcher. So I think he needs to play. You don't spend time on the big league roster without playing, in my opinion. That's not a good thing or a goal. So I say play him and see what comes of it because he's not going to be worse than Jorge Alfaro had been over the last 6 weeks.
Yeah, I'd start him one of these games. One of these next 2 games, I start him.
Yep.
Mhm.
And I'm sure they will.
Yeah.
We're
They
going to
probably
tell you
won't
about
tomorrow. They won't tomorrow because it's Darvish, but
Darvish, who pitches Sunday, Mania.
yeah, or you just put him at DH.
Yeah, that's true. That is true. We're going to tell you about our title sponsor, Mark Nimitz, coming up in a moment, but I do want to thank Jesse Mendoza, who is with us in Hawaii tonight, as always, a Hawaiian. Jesse, are you Hawaiian or did you move to Hawaii?
He lives in Hawaii.
He says, I'd say Darvish is our ace. Yeah, I mean, it's not Snell. It's Musgrove, by and large, the last 2 years has been the ace, but you could make a compelling argument for you, Darvish. No question about it. Because Darvish has taken like a lot of the, last 2 months, it just hasn't been as good.
Darvish has the experience that Musgrove doesn't have in the postseason.
Right. Mm-hmm.
And
good point.
And especially if Darvish is pitching better than Musgrove down the stretch and they make the postseason, you could make an argument, that has to be Darvish game 1.
Mm-hmm. You could make that argument. Yeah, absolutely. Yeah. I guess it'll depend on like the matchup. Are you at home or on the road? They're going to be on the road. What are they? Are they 10 games back of Atlanta more? I don't have. It's at least.
It's either the 5 or 6 seed, and right now it's probably looking like just the 6 seed.
Yeah, because Philadelphia has played incredibly well. I think they've won 5 or 6 in a row.
Yeah.
Okay, so Josh wants you to prove it. Josh, thank you for the super. He says, "Prove it, Jim. Show her face." We're talking about Bentley or relationship girl?
We just got a super that said, "I need to prove it. Show your face again." She says no.
That's exactly what I expected.
Man, not happening, guys.
That is exactly.
She's right there.
Yeah, sure.
She's right there. And what about Bentley's face?
Yeah, okay. Let's see the dog.
It's her dog.
Okay. What is the dog? What was someone going to steal the name, image, and likeness of the dog or something?
All right, hold on.
Wow, this is getting interesting. Oh, this is getting good. Look at this. Yes. Bentley, not real.
Bentley, right there.
Okay. Was that Bentley? Did we see feet, human feet?
Yeah.
Okay.
There you go.
So we saw human feet.
Yeah.
We saw Bentley the dog.
Yep.
So Cliff Maestro.
Bentley's famous.
Bentley, not real. And now, is that even Bentley or is that another dog acting as Bentley?
Bentley's not even real. He's right there. He's right here. I showed him. Someone's like, we got feet.
Yeah. This is hilarious.
Oh, boy. Here we go.
So good.
We got feet. No.
Girlfriend is human confirmed.
She is confirmed.
This is amazing.
Bentley the dog is living the good life.
Jesse, thank you again. He says from North County, guys. Okay, well, that explains
feet aren't free. Send some supers.
Thank you again, Jesse. Thank you, guys. I want to tell you about
what?
We're going to get back to this in a second.
This is just off the rails.
It's off the rails already. Thank you, Mark Nimitz, for your support of this channel. He's the title sponsor, Auto, Home, Renters, Life, Earthquake Insurance Needs. Like I always tell you, I've got my homeowners and my earthquake. I need a life insurance policy. That's more because of the Padres than anything else. So I'm going to call Mark at some point about life insurance as well. But Auto, Home, Renters, Life, Earthquake Insurance, Mark's your guy. He can help save you $750 or more on your insurance right now. He's a San Diegan and a huge Padres fan. If you support this channel and you want to support a local business, you got to consider Mark Nimitz for your insurance needs. There is a link down below to his website. You can get a quote online. You can get all of his contact information. We had a claim in here, my wife and I. He took care of everything and literally saved us thousands of dollars. So if you want to save money, if you want to support a San Diegan, if you want to talk Padres baseball, get in contact with Mark Nimitz. All the information by clicking Show More and clicking on the link down below. And thank you, Mark Nimitz, for your support, your continuous support of the Wrap-Up Show.
Yep. Thank you, Mark. As always, all his information is above my head. mnimitz@farmersagent.com. When you reach out to him, let him know that John and Jim from the Wrap-Up Show sent you.
All right. So is this off the rails or where are we here?
I mean, it probably is, honestly.
You know what? I'm going to go grab. I have a beer. What do I have? I have a beer in the fridge I just want to grab. It's been a long week. Kristen's been away all week.
Oh, geez.
I mean, it's been a crazy week, if you think
about it. Go do it. Be a man.
I'm going to grab a beer. Okay. See you in like an hour. No, I'll be back.
Okay, cool. It's probably a kombucha.
Do you have a beer? No, it's not actually because Kristen bought it. It's an IPA, which is not.
Oh, geez. You're going to get drunk.
Am I? Hold on. Let me see what it is.
If it's like 9%, you'll die. John should shotgun the beer. If his wife knew any better, she would leave like a whiskey time. No, I don't think John can handle whiskey. Well, maybe he could. I don't know. Yeah, here we go. Big tricep guy over there too. Yeah. John works out. You can tell. What is this? Like fridge like a mile away? This is the longest trip I've ever. Okay, finally. 2 beers. Wow. Okay. Ballast Point Sculpin. Very nice. John is not swole, but we do need a beer sponsor for the show, Boogie.
We really do. Can someone hook us up with that?
Somebody, please. Anybody. Hello.
Okay. So you saw Sculpin, Ballast Point.
Very nice. I saw that.
Okay.
It's cute. Very cute.
It's cute.
It's good.
I need a beer.
There we go. I have a seltzer that I'm drinking.
Seltzer? I remember my first, I don't know.
Alcoholic drink?
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly. That's exactly right. Is there alcohol in it?
Yeah, it is. What is it? It's like 5%.
5% alcohol? That's all right.
So
That's
drunk right now.
A lot of people calling Mark. Mark, you're here, aren't you? Did I just scroll through? I want to say
Yeah,
Mark's here.
He is. Here he is.
John Swole.
John Swole.
Not really.
Mm.
All right, I need to take a sip of this, don't I? Why is everyone talking about my triceps? My pulling triceps.
Flex on him, John. Flex on him.
No.
Flex. Do it.
I did that like a month ago. That's hilarious.
Rick says, Jim, the only thing missing from that drink is a mini umbrella.
I'll tell you something. Sculpin's good.
It's a good drink.
As far as IPAs go, because I'm not the biggest IPA guy.
You're not that big anything guy.
I know. No, you're right. I know.
That farmer's tan.
Who, me?
No, the other person sitting next to you.
I feel like I need to show my dog now. And I do agree, Faye. Wait until you finish. Wait, is this going to be like, am I going to be hammered?
You're going to be drunk. Yeah, you're going to be drunk.
Are you serious?
No, I'm kidding.
I need to work out, Juan. I've been watching my son for a week. Should we get back to the Padres?
Yeah, what's happening here? What's going on?
Okay, here's what we got.
Okay.
8 for 13 RISP. Okay, we've been asking this team. What are you laughing at?
You're just like 8 for 13 RISP.
We've been asking this team to beat up on bad pitching. Like how often? Oh, look, the Padres opposing starter, has like a 5.9 ERA, and then he goes 6 innings, allows 1 run, and you're like, wait, what? So, dude, today wasn't good, and they made him pay early. The back-to-back home runs, the 3 2-out runs, and I think their first 6 runs all came with 2 outs. Actually, they did. Their first 6 runs all came with 2 outs. So that was extremely encouraging. To beat up on bad pitching, overcome the adversity of Kansas City getting back into the game. You win without Juan Soto. You score big without Juan Soto. We mentioned the update on Soto, which is day-to-day. Aren't we all?
Yeah, day-to-day. Yeah, we're always day-to-day.
So hopefully, do you think he starts tomorrow at DH?
Ooh, maybe if he's day-to-day. I think they're going to obviously take it up to game time, or at least take it up to how he feels after batting practice.
Right. Yeah, that's true.
So as long as he doesn't go on the IL, I'll be fine.
Yeah, at this point, going on the IL would kind of be a disaster because they can't even go retroactive because it's been 4 or 5 days, which means you'd miss the entire Giants-Dodgers swing, your West Coast swing. And then who'd you say they play when they come home? Is it Arizona at home? Who is it?
Arizona home, series? Yeah.
Is that part of the homestand that includes the Juan Soto T-shirt giveaway? It might be against Arizona.
Might be Arizona.
It might be.
It's
It's still 7, 8, 9 days away. Yeah.
Yeah, it's one of those days.
So anyway, Soto, and I see some people asking in the chat, what's the deal with Soto? It's back. I mean, we don't know the circumstances, like how it initially came to be.
It's the camel.
Like shooting. Exactly. Chip's like, I'll never blame the camel. We've mentioned the camel like 400 times. Hopefully it wasn't the camel. Maybe it just happens. I don't know. But here's a guy that never misses time, and now he's missed the last 4 days.
Yeah.
By the way, there's an update on Tatis, and a pretty significant one.
Big update.
He will have shoulder surgery Tuesday. So remember, he said that he would take action on his shoulder. He said he would not do, he would take action. He wouldn't just speak, but he would make changes. And he said he would have the surgery, and he is having the surgery, to his credit. It's a 6-month recovery, which would get him back around March 1st, 2023. He is eligible to play for the Padres in spring training. He will be ineligible once the season starts. Even if this team goes all the way to the World Series and wins it, he would still miss some of 2023. But the update is he will have that surgery. He's already had, obviously, the wrist surgery. He should be close to fully recovered on the wrist at this point. He'll certainly be fully recovered by then. Hopefully the shoulder will not be a concern, Jim. We've seen players come back from these shoulder surgeries and struggle on the other side, but this is Fernando Tatis Jr. I think the craziest thing for me about this whole thing, and this was surgery or not, Jim, is he's going to be 19 months removed from a Major League Baseball game when he plays presumably in May of 2023. And that's just an unbelievable amount of time.
It is. It's a long period of time. The good news is he will be available in spring training. So you look at 6 months, that's March 1st. If he can get some action in and at least get on the field and start working out, hitting, in spring training up until game 1 of the season, which is March 30th, I believe, next year.
Is that what it is?
Against Colorado at home. So, yeah, it's going to be a long freaking time since he played baseball. And I would be shocked if he comes out and he plays exactly like Tatis from 2021.
Yeah, I mean, he proves a lot of people wrong. I hope he proves that point wrong. But I mean, it's hard to disagree with that. That's a lot of time and a lot of health issues and multiple surgeries. I mean, yeah, it's hard to envision that he just returns and is that 40 home run caliber player when he comes back and, utilizes his speed and all of his skill set that we've seen over parts of the last couple of years. That's the part for me where I think Tatis really separates himself from being a really damn good, if not great player, but to like the upper echelon is everything he does. His ability to run, his ability to field his position, his ability to hit for power. But like you take some of it away, he's not the exact same player. They made him swing with 2 hands. He figured it out. They took away his ability to run. That was what it was. But I mean, if this guy never got hurt, Jim, you're looking at like a 40-30 threat type player, maybe 40-40 type.
Maybe 40-40.
He was on pace for it. Was it last year in the first half or was it 2 years ago?
It was.
Wasn't he on pace for a 44? Last year he had 20 stolen bases, didn't he?
Yeah, it was last year.
I just hope they allow him to be that player because I feel like that's something that he has that other players don't have, the ability to hit for power and run. This team doesn't run. They could use his speed. 20 bases from a guy like Tatis would be huge in 2023, in my opinion. While we have a moment, Jim,
yes,
here's what we're going to do.
What are we doing?
I'll tell you about
also, by the okay, never mind. Sorry.
Oh, bye-bye. Just kidding.
Bye-bye.
Thank you, Omar, for your support of the wrap-up show. Omar Sanchez at Edge Home Finance. He is here to help all Padres fans with their mortgages. He's got a brand new website as well. We're going to show it to you in a moment. Check out Omar's brand new site, loansbyomar.com. Please go there right now. You can scan the QR code that's typically on the screen, or you can text him, 619-387-7798. Omar is your San Diego native mortgage broker, and if you're looking to buy your dream home, he can help you. If you want to refinance to consolidate debt, he can also help. And if you're in the process of buying or refinancing and you want a second opinion to make sure you're getting the best deal possible, just get in contact with Omar, San Diegan, who went to San Diego State, who is a huge Padres fan. We do want to show you his website as well. And in order to do that, Jim, I will have to go to his website.
That would be something that you have to do.
And I'm going to click it right here. Look at that.
Oh, my gosh.
Okay, so this is loansbyomar.com. Click this education tab. You get all the resources you need. First-time home buyers, renters, refinancing, anything you need. It's right here on this brand new website. What are you saying?
You had Omar's picture over us, so no one can see the website. No big deal. It's fine.
Okay, well, here's the website now. Edge Home Finance, Omar Sanchez, click education. You can get all the information you need. Great new site. If you want to support this channel, support a local business. If you have any mortgage needs, check them out. Loansbyomar.com.
Yeah, scan the QR code. It will take you right to this website. Or you can text Omar 619-387-7798. Best way to reach out to him. When you reach out to him, let him know that John and Jim from the Wrap-Up Show sent you.
All right, so we told you about, again, Fernando Tatis Jr. out, we know, until likely May of next year. He will have that shoulder surgery. The other news related to Tatis is he was dropped by Adidas as a national sponsor, right? Endorser for Adidas, officially dropped today by the company. We have yet to receive word on some of his other national deals like Dairy Queen, Gatorade. There may be others as well, but Adidas and Tatis have parted ways. I think they had a quote, right? Jim basically saying those transgressions, that they don't accept doping. They've got a company policy and they've parted ways.
Yeah. It's one of those things that kind of saw coming, and it is what it is, you know. It is what it is, and it's unfortunate, but he made his bed. He's got to sleep in it.
Is that a literal statement, or that's like a figure of speech?
It's a figure of speech, John. Actually,
I like it.
Yeah.
I do like that. I do like that a lot. No, he's gonna be fine. Listen, the Adidas stuff, it's not ideal. I mean, you'd prefer, this whole face of baseball stuff is going to take a step back. We had Chelsea Janes on from the Washington Post today, and she was pretty confident that in time he can reclaim some level of his status, maybe not the identical level of his status, but she didn't expect it to be something that will hang over the entirety of his career nationally, at least. Now, could it impact candidacy for Halls of Fame? Of course it could, but is it something that baseball fans will be discussing related to Tatis for the next decade every single time he plays a game? It feels like it when you're in it, like when you're in the now, and I'm sure 2023 will be pretty pressure-packed for Tatis on the road. Will that change with time? I don't know. I was surprised by what Chelsea said, Jim, to be honest.
I was too. She's like, yeah, it's fine. He'll be okay. I'm like, whoa, okay. Because she's very well sourced, and she knows a lot of players, a lot of GMs, a lot of
She called the Soto trade to the Padres in May,
kinda, but it does feel like what she was saying is it's a little different because majority of baseball, hell, maybe all of baseball, they believe that that what Tatis showed in 2020, 2019, and 2021 was because he is insanely talented, not because he took any steroids.
Yeah, she made that point pretty clear. She's like, right? Did she say today? Or am I crazy that she said like nobody thinks
she said
he is who he is because of steroids?
Exactly. That's exactly what she said.
Yeah. And I was, I agree with that. I didn't necessarily expect her to say that, to be honest. A national baseball reporter who has a level of objectivity and doesn't need to say something like that. And for her to say that, I think could go a long way. We'll see. We'll see what happens. Again, 2023, he's got to get on field. He's got to perform. He's got to produce. And we'll talk about 2023. In 2023, hopefully, here's the thing, like we said on the radio today, if this team goes in the tank this road trip, I said if they go 2-7 on this trip, I'm talking about 2023. I mean, we're going to talk about the team. And I guess you never say never.
You just don't have much faith if that happens.
Yeah. Now, even 3-6, nobody's going to be encouraged, I don't think, out of this trip. That would be 2-6 in their next 8. But if they can find a way to go 5-4, even 4-5, they will be in position to be in position, so to speak, which means they'll probably still be even for that final, wild card spot.
Right.
What is this here from the Cougar 13? This very generous Cougar.
Thank you.
did the $10 super. If you have a comment you want us to get to, we will absolutely read that. If you're just supporting this channel, we appreciate that as well. We really appreciate everyone supporting the channel. We really do, year-round, day in, day out, weekends, Friday nights. If you want to support this channel, if you want to make sure we get your comment, you can just click that $sign down below. As you know, we always get to all the supers. If you want to become a member and get the emojis like the Jim Sucks emojis, which come in handy on nights like every night, you can click the join button next to subscribe down below as well. But thank you, the Cougar, for that very generous super. What's that?
I said, what did I do tonight?
Who knows? Okay, so the Cougar then says Adidas uses child labor, but Tatis testing positive for PEDs is unacceptable. Ha ha ha. Interesting. Yeah, it's like where you draw the line, right? That's an interesting point. I would say this if you're Adidas. Like, Adidas is looking for people to enhance their brand. Tatis hasn't even enhanced his own brand over the last year. Yeah, so can he help your brand? So, like, you might, I get it. Like, he's got to take a step back. Could he be endorsed by national partners, Jim, in 24 or 25? Yeah, maybe. I mean, maybe he becomes a star of stars and leads the team to a World Series and is
he's still on my shelf here in front of
you
our.
You haven't quit on him.
In front of our award that we won. Oh, what was that? Oh yeah, best sports talk show in San Diego. Sorry.
Oh yeah, you remember that?
I remember that. Yeah, it was good. Good times.
What was the award?
Don't you have the other award we won? Were we best talk show as well?
Yeah, I don't know where it is. I think my dog ate it or something.
Yeah, it's a piece of paper.
I have the magazine, that Best of UT magazine. I need to get to you.
Bury the lead.
I told you it's like that. Like, I showed it to you once.
Yeah, you don't have it?
The next time you're in Del Mar, I'll give it to you.
Which will be like never, dude.
I know. Thanks for visiting.
Thanks for inviting me.
Yeah, good point. You came one time out here, I think.
I did, because that's when you invited me.
Wait, when did you come here? Did you come into my home?
I've never been in your home, but I've been to Del Mar.
I'm not inviting you to my house.
We went. Why not? If I bring relationship girl, then why would you invite?
She's invited. Yeah, she's invited.
Of course she is. She's invited to everything. Everyone loves her.
Correct.
Yeah.
It was fun because we hung out that one night. I mean, not like me and relationship girl. That's weird. But me, you, and relationship girl fed Harris the other night. And it was kind of fun because basically her and I have like the same, like we just like make fun of you.
Guys, it was literally just like the entire night. Her and John just destroying me.
Well, the problem was Jim like walked up when we got there and like got himself like a wristband for like unlimited food and drinks. And he didn't get his girlfriend one, which I thought was an interesting move.
Well, I messed up there. Okay. But I didn't also realize that I could have gotten one for her. Everyone's like, what are you doing? I'm like, I don't know. I was just going to buy everything for her.
You were, with your bracelet, you're saying?
Yeah. I was just, whatever she wanted, I was going to give for her. So
she's her own person.
I know that, John.
Let's get to the super from Matthew. Thank you, Matthew, for the super. Thank you guys for hanging out. Subscribe if you're a Padres fan. Smash the like button for us. Make sure to smash that like button for us. Also, make sure to follow us on Twitter at John Schaefer, at Jim Russell SD. Please consider the super by clicking the $sign down below because it's a great way to support our channel. So Matthew says this with his super: let's sweep LA. Let's just find a way to make the postseason and get hot. Can Campy hit 30-plus homers a year? Well, let's slow down a little bit.
Can he hit just one?
Okay, let's.
Can he get
he hit one in his debut? Didn't he in Oakland, like in his debut?
Yeah,
or
his
only
wrist
game?
Like broke.
I know. Okay, Campusano, could he be a productive plus bat in the majors? I don't know if he could be a plus bat. Could he be a bat in the majors? I think that's a possibility. In regards to sweeping LA, we'll all take it. I'm signing the dotted line though for 2 every single day of the week and twice on Sunday.
Look, we're signing up for 5 and 4 on this road trip.
5 and 4, yeah. Which
you
means if you
2
go
or 3 in Kansas City,
1, yep,
2 or 3 against the Giants, and you take 1 of 3 versus the Dodgers. I think
it's really pretty good.
Pretty good with the way they've been playing.
And you're making some progress because you were swept by the Dodgers last time. If you can just prove you can beat them, and you still have them 6 times at Petco, maybe you can beat them 3 or 6 at Petco. You know,
or I don't know, sweep the Royals, 2 or 3 from the Giants.
True.
Take 1 in LA or 6 and 4 6 and 3 on the road trip, and you're like, wow.
Or I don't know, sweep the Royals, sweep the Giants, sweep the Dodgers, sweep the Diamondbacks.
Yeah, that's probably
sweep the other teams still to come.
Sweep the season. Never lose again.
and still finish how many games back of the Dodgers? If they go 36-0 to close, how many games back will they be?
Oh, like probably like 4 or 5.
Yeah, I was gonna say they'd be 9. No, because how many wins would they have, Jim? They'd have 100 wins, right?
Oh, they have over 100
Okay,
wins. They got 69 wins
okay,
now.
You're right. Yeah, they'd only be a couple games out.
35 would be a couple handful.
But isn't that amazing? They'd still be a handful of games out by winning out. That's 20% of the season.
I know.
Still to be played. 20%, and it's still not. Oh yeah, next time, Ben, we will. You should have come to Harris, honestly.
It was a private event, though, Ben. Even though we could have probably snuck you in.
No, it wasn't that private. You just had to
It
bring
really
a
wasn't
football
actually.
Team.
Right, we would have snuck you in.
Well, you know what? The Padres played that night. Ben was probably there. It was that Nationals come from behind. I don't know. Was it Josh Bell's 2-run home run the Saturday night? I think so.
No. Saturday night was Juan Soto go-ahead home run. Josh Bell was
solo home runs. Okay.
Yes, Josh Bell hit a home run to tie the game up, and then Soto hit the game winner.
Yeah, that's exactly right.
Yeah.
What's this from Gus?
What if relationship girl wants a ring? Jim gonna get that for her?
Let's bring her into the chat. Look how red Jim is right now. What's that noise? The dog's drinking water, and that's
Bentley's
the collar.
Bentley's drinking water, yeah.
Hey, Bentley, this is a live show.
Hey, Bentley, it's a live show, bro.
Jeez.
It's fine. It's fine, everybody. It's just the cutest dog ever drinking some water.
Yeah,
Can we deal with that?
And wait, how old does the dog do? Is it a puppy or is it?
No, he's 5.
Yeah, whatever. Same thing.
Isn't your dog like 14?
Tell he's 12 and he's a freaking psycho. He's legit psycho. He's been pacing around for 6 days looking for my wife. I'm like, dude, she's away.
Well, yeah. Was your son been pacing around looking for your wife too?
Yes, everyone is. I'm pacing around looking for my wife. I'm like, please save me.
You're like, help me.
God,
I need help.
Today was so hard. Like, dude, like legit, man. I know there's people here that have kids in the chat. And Jim, I mean, I'm telling you, man, parenting is. I have a great son. I mean,
Jones just like not having it today.
No, I mean, it's just, oh man, terrible threes or whatever they call them. I think it's the terrible threes. Is kind of crazy. Like no matter what you say, he will say the opposite. I'll be like, I would like to give you $100 million. Like, no, I don't want $100 million. Like,
no, screw you.
I will give you like Snickers. Like, I want Oreos. I'm like, dude, you don't want Snickers? Like, yes, you do.
Yeah. Wow.
Matthew, thank you. Can Moreholm be a starter next year? I think the answer to that is yes.
Yep.
Now, innings, you get into that whole conversation again.
Right.
Not going to be a zillion innings. We'll have to navigate that in some form or fashion.
Yeah, but
this guy's freaking good.
He can be very good if he stays healthy. And that's the biggest thing is if. Oh, speaking of health, we're not seeing Drew Pomeranz this year, by the way.
Oh, yeah, good call. So what was it? He had arm discomfort today, according to Kevin Acee in the UT?
Yeah, we're not seeing him. He's done.
Will we see him ever again in the Padres uniform? He's only got one more year on the deal.
I mean, maybe, but I mean, overall, just a horrible contract. Just a horrible signing.
It's bad. That was bad. And now, again, do you put that? Is that a bad signing because Preller reached or because Pomeranz has been hurt? Or you're saying the writing was on the wall? We knew he'd be hurt.
Dude, I think the writing was on the wall, man.
Yeah.
You gave all that money to a reliever or to a pitcher that was only a reliever for a month.
Yep.
With the Brewers,
Milwaukee.
And you knew him. It's not like he's never been injured before.
Yep.
And then you try to make him a full-time reliever, potentially your closer. And he just couldn't pitch on back-to-back days if his life depend on it. And 2020 wasn't great. And then 2021 was even worse. And then this year's the disaster.
Yeah, you're right. No, you're right about that. And
I still stand behind what I said. I thought he was out of shape last year. I thought that played some factor in the reason why he got hurt. But
you love saying that. You just double down on that. You should like.
I'll triple down on it. Drew Pomeranz was out of shape.
Faye, here's the deal. I will remind me again before the end of the chat or the video because I want to say he's on the balcony right now. I don't know where he is, but he's
like jump off the balcony. He's like just like left.
Dude, well, we don't have AC.
He went down the street.
And he has fur, so he literally wants to just die.
He's just like, I'm done. I hate life.
He's
I'm over
so
it.
over it. I mean, I even got him a haircut the other day, and he still is like,
he's like, F
wants
you.
to cry. Yes.
Right. Go to hell. Got a super here.
Yeah, I know. Michael says hang in there. Okay. But yeah, I'm going to hang in. It is a wonderful run. No, I mean, it's great. You know, if you have kids, you understand. I mean, it's nothing like it. Where you at Productions? Great to have you back with us in the chat. We really do appreciate your support. It means a ton to us. He says, we saw the power of Kim tonight. Myers was hot too. This is what we need to make the postseason. These guys stepping up in big games. Each game matters. Jim, the others.
The others. That's the rest of the season is how are the others going to perform? If the others perform, this team will win a lot of baseball games. Because like the Dodgers have the ultimate others all the time. And then you have the consistency of Mookie and Freddie Freeman and Trey Turner. But the guys like Trace Thompson out of nowhere. You're like, what? Like they have a bunch of others. That Will Smith is an other, even though he's a really good catcher.
He's good, yeah. He's probably moved from others to like actual pretty close to star caliber player on another team, I would think.
Chris Taylor. I mean, he's an all-star, but he's also an other.
Utility other.
He's like a super other.
Mm-hmm.
So I think that you're not going to get this every single night, obviously, but
no.
But if you can get consistency from the others, Kim, Profar, Cronenworth, Bell, it's going to be really good.
Dude, we should mention Bell. I mean, this whole lineup. I mean, I can just read. Yeah. I mean, Bell, remember, you couldn't have been mired in a worse spot than he was. And now he's broken out. Was he 4 for his last 14 coming in? So he's now 6 for his last 18. That's 333 and 18 at bats. I get it. Very small sample size. But here it is. Kim, 3 hits, 5 RBIs. Profar, 2 hits. Machado, 1 for 4 walk. Drury, 1 for 6, whatever. Bell, 2 for 4. Myers, 3 for 5, triple shy of the cycle, 3 RBIs. Cronenworth homers, 2 for 5. Nola doubled, I think, in this game, had an RBI. Zokar, 4 hits. Somehow, 3 runs. Out of that number 9 spot. Again, like you said, you're not getting that every night, but even if one of those guys, even if Kim has 3 hits, I forget about a Zokar, or a Zokar has 3 hits, and forget about Kim, or whatever the combination is. They're just getting so little production out of those players that to get it from everyone, that was surprising to me. I mean, to have something like this tonight without Juan Soto, I was surprised. I really was.
Yeah.
I agree with this. I do. I agree with that. Yep.
It has at times, but also like he has what? I think he has 10 errors on the year.
Yes. I think so. Yep.
How many chances does he have? Like a million?
A zillion. Yeah, again, what do we think? Is it sloppiness that the team has shown? Is it ankle? Is it, hey, he plays every single day, there's a level of wear and tear?
A little bit.
24-year-old player. He's a 30-year-old player. Like,
it's natural to maybe not take plays off, but just kind of like, oh, I'm just, he knows he's
so good.
He's good, and he is so good that he might be like, I'm the best. And then also he's like, oh shit. Like, ooh, that slipped out of my hands. Like, you know what I mean? It's not anything to be like worried about because he's still amazing and a Gold Glove defender at third.
Now, I was worried was it the top of the 6th inning? They pushed across a run, then had bases loaded, 1 out, and Machado struck out, and then somebody grounded out. I'm like, oh, here we go. Left the door wide open. You were hit away from winning this game. But again, bullpen did their job. They had a big inning. Was it the next inning or whatever it was? But
right.
It's hard to be critical of Manny when Manny has carried the way. Yes. Is he perfect? No. Has he committed some errors in the last week? He has. He's had, I think, 2 in the last 2 games or 2 in the last 3 games. And so, no, he's not. Nobody's perfect, But he's a big reason why they're 11 games over 500.
Yeah.
And whatever his WAR is this year, is at 4.5. I mean, they wouldn't be in this position without him. They just wouldn't. So that's just, I think that's a factual statement that they wouldn't. You want to answer
Trevor? That? Yeah, Trevor Higgins, 47, says, will the Padres make the postseason? I say yes. But they just have to prove it. I mean, they can't just off of tonight's game. Like they got a great night. They won. Their offense came alive. They hit with runners in scoring position. And oh, by the way, the Brewers lost to the Cubs. Great night.
It's a good night. No, you're
Great
right.
night. But
No,
it can't. They got to string it together. You don't just want them to
so true.
literally like stumble into the postseason. If they're going to get it as a 6 seed, they're going as in a 6 seed. Okay.
Yeah.
But and if they stumble in, they stumble in. They
Yeah,
can turn
exactly.
You know what I mean? But what you want is them to at least be playing good baseball going into the postseason.
Right. And the truth is they're not going to get in stumbling. I mean, they could. I don't see it. I mean, what is stumbling? There's 35 games left. If they go, 16 and 19, I don't think they're going to get in.
500.
Yeah, I don't think that'll be enough. I just don't. I think eventually Milwaukee will figure it out. They're only a week away from putting you, in a tough spot. I do want to remind our viewers about our partnership with Aura, ORA.organic. Their co-founder, Will, is a huge Padres fan and a San Diegan, and this company has offices right here in San Diego in Liberty Station. If you click this Build Your Routine button, you're going to get 30% off your very first order. They have probiotics. They take one every single day for digestion. They have pre-workout supplements and proteins for after workouts. They have omega-3 oils. They have immunity pills and sleep pills. They literally have something for everyone, yourself, your family, your friends. Click the shop button. Click the link down below. You can get to the website, ORA.organic. Shop and browse. Please support a local business that does business with us on the Wrap-Up Show. Again, if you're looking to get healthier, if you want a plant-based product, these are all plant-based nutritional products. They are good for you. Make sure to check out Aura, ORA.organic. Again, 30% off. 30% off your first order at ORA.organic.
Yeah, go there right now. They have everything you need to live a healthy lifestyle. Protein powders, probiotics like John takes every day, fish oil pills, pre-workouts that I take, raspberry lemonade flavor. It's delicious. Go there right now. Build your routine. You get 30% off your first order. www.aura.organic. You'll thank us later.
All right. Thank you again, Will, and thank you, Aura. Thank you, Trevor, for hanging out with us, by the way, for the first time. Yes, we can absolutely see the comments that are rolling in. So thank you, Trevor. Thank you guys for the comments. Thank you for the supers. Thank you for subscribing. Thank you for supporting this channel. Let me get to this from Bzz.
Bzz.
Thank you, Bzz, for your super. He says Kim has been hitting 309 plus 800 OPS in his last 30 games. He's been the only consistent bat other than Manny. You guys were low on Kim earlier this year. Yes, we were. That's accurate. And I think we've been relatively high on him the last month plus. I think we've sung his praises a good amount. He's been good, especially without Tatis needing him. He's made a huge step forward between year one and year two. He absolutely has.
He is by no means a liability like he was last year.
Mm-hmm.
He is now viewed as a
not
key contributor, but he's a contributor to this team for sure.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
And I mean, if you're Hassan Kim, and if you're AJ Preller and you're this, developmental department, you have to feel really good about what Hassan Kim has been able to do from last year to now, because he's a completely different hitter. He's a completely different hitter at the plate.
I agree with that. I do. He has, again, he's consistently been good. He's consistently, again, has he been consistently the best hitter in baseball? Of course not. He's never going to be that player, but he's been consistently good.
But I think we said it even last year, like if you're Hassan Kim with the defense that you play, if you could just hit between 250, 260 over, 320, 330 on base percentage, you don't have to hit 25 bombs, but you play the Gold Glove defense you do, that's worth the money you paid for him.
Mm-hmm. That's right.
And that's what he's doing.
Thank you, Biz for the super. There was a really interesting point that just rolled in from Rich. I hadn't even thought about, at least not recently, because you look at the Mets, they have this unbelievable record, but so does Atlanta. Atlanta's last 50, 60 games, they've been ridiculous. Like as good as anyone, I would have to assume, other than the Dodgers. Yeah. So Atlanta's 2 games back of the Mets.
It's crazy.
2.
I know.
So, and there's still 30-something games to be played. So there's a very realistic shot that they just pass New York because they've been great. If the Mets stumble to any extent. So that means you get the Mets. Now, they play both the Mets and the Braves well this year. It was so early. Would I prefer Atlanta or New York? They both have challenges, right? I mean, the Mets front of their rotation, Atlanta's lineup and front of their rotation. So is it a pick your poison?
Yeah, I don't know, dude. I think I might want to face Atlanta.
It's funny because I was going to say I think I might want to face the Mets for some reason.
But
that's starting pitching scary.
The thing about the Mets, what scares me the most: Scherzer, DeGrom, Edwin Diaz. You have two frontline starters and a lockdown closer.
Mm-hmm.
I don't think the Braves, as good as they are, and the offense has been amazing, do they have two starters that compare to DeGrom and Scherzer and a closer that compares? Like Kenley Jansen, I know has I know he's the guy, but would you rather face Kenley Jansen or Edwin Diaz?
Yeah, and that's not even a question, obviously. So your point is valid there. In terms of starting pitching, Fried's got a 2.5. Kyle Wright's got a 2.99. You're right.
Yeah.
I mean, I think I'd probably take my chances with Fried and Kyle Wright.
And Atlanta might have a better offense. Good pitching beats good offense any day of the week, though, in my opinion. So that's why I'm looking at Mets have two dominant Cy Young starters, and they have a dominant closer. So that's why I would probably take Atlanta.
For the chat, what would you prefer? Mets or Braves? Put it in the chat. Mets or Braves, which would you prefer? It's a very interesting conversation, and it's out of the Padres' control completely. They don't play the Mets from here on out. They don't play the Braves. Both teams will be in the playoffs, obviously, at this point. There could be 3 teams from the National League East. There should be, actually, with the way the Phillies have played. So
probably will be, yeah.
Yeah, there probably will be. So it's interesting. Some Mets are rolling in. Some Braves are rolling in. Again, there's a lot of time between now and the end of the regular season.
Eddie says, I'd prefer a win tomorrow.
Yeah, that's a great point. It is.
Too, yeah.
Yeah. No, I'm with you. Yeah, it'll be interesting to see the lineup tomorrow. Is Soto in it? Is Campusano in it? That's what I'm interested in. Does Hader appear tomorrow regardless of circumstance? They get him in a close game? Do they keep him away from – I guess they keep him away from high leverage, right? It's only been like an outing, so it's probably going to be at least a few before he's pitching in a 1 or 2 run game, I would think, at least late in like a 9th inning.
Right.
But, yeah, we'll see. We'll see. All right, guys, before we get out of here, here's what I need to tell you about. Our podcast, the wrap-up show, the official podcast of FriersOnBase.com. By the way, every single FriersOnBase.com article, Jim, did you realize this, is now embedded with our most recent wrap-up show podcast. So make sure to check out FriersOnBase.com. And our podcast is presented by Eric Lanier at Higher Impact Financial. He's the founder of Higher Impact Financial. He's San Diego born and raised, went to high school here, and is a huge Padres fan. His mission is to align his clients, their values and passions with their finances. Because he's a fiduciary, he only makes recommendations that truly make sense for you and are in your best interest. He specializes in retirement planning for individuals and couples who are looking to retire in 5 years or less. Along with that, if you are a new family trying to figure out financial planning and investing, Eric can help you too. We'd love it if you reached out to Eric at 951-383-3033. Local business that supports our channel. Eric Lanier, 951, jot this down, 951-383-3033, or check out higherimpactfinancial.com. Again, that is higherimpactfinancial.com. Thank you, Eric, for your support of the wrap-up show. And again, check out our podcast. Please subscribe, FriersOnBase.com, audio-only edition of the wrap-up show. Please check out our merch. There we are. Check out the merch. Link down below. Great way to support this channel. Thank you for support of this channel. I'm wearing a wrap-up show cap right now. And then memberships, if you want to join. Emojis, badges, members-only content available to you by clicking that join button down below.
Faye says you need to show your dog. Where's Sullivan?
Yeah. Sully.
Just go grab him.
I don't know where he is. Okay, hold on. Okay. He's in his bed. Stand by.
Oh. Standing by. We're waiting for John. He's going to wake up his dog and show everybody Sullivan. I don't think either of us have. No, none of us have cats. No. John did not finish his first beer. It's probably warm. Yep, it's definitely warm. He's throw it down the sink after this show. Oh, I hear a dog.
Hey. Hold on. All right. Hold on. Sully. Okay, that took a little while.
Yeah, what's going on?
Okay, hold on.
Your unfinished beer. Oh, there's Sullivan.
Sully.
Oh.
Like showing you
Oh, here's John's house.
That's good.
There's this kid underneath this. Okay. Perfect.
It's a great dog. Like he's
spaniel-ish.
But he's 12 years old and he's like very active dog.
You got relationship girl's attention because now she's looking at Sullivan too.
Yeah, here.
Yes.
Look at this. You're talking to hundreds of
you're
people right now.
You're like a star, Sullivan.
Yeah. Like, look at this. Oh, he said that.
John, it's a dog. Yeah, I know.
Yeah. What is happening?
I don't know.
Hold on. Kitchen, by the way.
Oh, is this like MTV Cribs?
Yeah.
Like, are we doing a tour of the house?
We are. What is happening?
Jim, do the same thing and wake up relationship girl.
Oh, she's sleeping?
No.
You got.
I showed you her feet.
You did. That's right.
Yeah.
The dog will finish. This dog drinks a lot of wine. My wife always leaves wine around, and then the dog is like chugging it.
Wow. Nice.
Yeah, he's a little bit of a drinker.
Very nice.
All right, guys, please support this channel. Subscribe if you're a Padres fan. Smash the like button for us. Follow us on Twitter at John Schaefer, at Jim Russell SD. Please support our partners, Mark Nimitz at Farmers Insurance. He can save you $750 on your insurance needs if you switch over to him. Link down below for Mark's website. He is the title sponsor of the wrap-up show. Auto, home runners, life, earthquake insurance. Make sure to pick up some Ora, ORA.organic, plant-based nutritional products, including probiotics and proteins. 30% off your first order at ORA.organic. And Omar Sanchez at Edge Home Finance. Scan that QR code on the screen right now or visit loansbyomar.com, his brand new site. If you have mortgage needs, he is there for you. All right, Jim, fun night in the chat. People are into the dogs. I think the dogs got more attention than the Padres 13-5 win.
Bentley and Sullivan definitely stole the show. And relationship girl's feet.
Yeah, definitely. Maybe we should have a wrap-up show with Bentley and Sullivan as opposed to John and Jim.
Just Bentley and Sullivan.
Maybe Bentley and Sullivan should be the UT radio show of the year.
Right, they should. We'll just do a stream with Bentley and Sullivan, and that's it for like an hour, and see how many people tune in.
I woke my dog for that, by the way. He was sleeping.
Good job, John.
All right, see you guys Sunday night. Have a good weekend, everybody.
Peace.